Welcome back to TFacts, where we dive into the most intriguing stories from the world of trivia and game shows. Today, we've got 4 unique stories from the iconic world of Jeopardy that you won't want to miss. First up, we have a poignant moment from the latest episode of Jeopardy, featuring contestant Erin Hoard, who faced a tough final wager decision that changed the course of her game. She shares her regrets and insights. Stay tuned to hear what she learned. Next, did you know that Jeopardy almost had a completely different name and format? We'll take you behind the scenes of creator Merv Griffin's brainstorming sessions to uncover the surprising origins of your favorite trivia show. Coming up, we delve into a major controversy from a recent episode where a crucial ruling reversed the fate of a contestant in dramatic fashion. Join us as we explore the fan reactions and the impact of this decision on Jeopardy history. And finally, we'll hear from the legendary Ken Jennings, who reflects on a milestone he never reached as a contestant, the Tournament of Champions. Discover how his incredible journey as a host brings a unique perspective to this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Stick around as we explore these exciting stories, packed with nostalgia, valuable lessons, and a deep dive into the world of trivia. Let's dive into our first story, where we share a notable moment from a recent episode of Jeopardy, featuring contestant Erin Hoard. In this thrilling episode, which aired on May 16, Erin started strong, entering the final Jeopardy round in first place with a score of $16,000, ahead of her competitors Mitch Laughlin and Brandon Monsman, who had $13,800 and $8,300 respectively. The final Jeopardy category was National Monuments, and Erin placed a significant wager of $11,601, a strategic cover bet aimed at ensuring she would still lead if both she and Mitch provided the correct response. However, the final Jeopardy question turned out to be a triple stumper, with the answer being, what is Devil's Tower? Unfortunately for Erin, this meant that her carefully calculated wager did not yield the win she hoped for. With her responses unable to secure her position, she ended the game with a score of $4,399, while Mitch, thanks to his lesser wager, secured victory with $8,400. After the episode aired, Erin took to Reddit to share her reflections on her gameplay. She candidly expressed that although she knew her wager was mathematically sound, she regretted not considering a remark Mitch had made earlier that day regarding his distaste for gambling. "I really wished I'd rethought it a bit first," she admitted, highlighting how hindsight can often provide clarity. Erin's insights sparked discussions among fans on Reddit. One fan mentioned that she made the right call with her wager, and Erin voiced her agreement. "Yes, getting it right and losing would have been a total punch in the gut, so if I had to lose, this was the way to do it," she responded thoughtfully. Another point of contention arose surrounding her daily double wager during the Double Jeopardy round, where she opted to bet $3,000 instead of going all in for $6,600. In her response, Erin explained that, being in a bit of a fugue state at the time, she wanted to manage her risk effectively. "I didn't want to risk getting too out of reach if I missed it, but still wanted to put myself in good position going forward if I got it right," she clarified. Despite the outcome, Erin enjoyed her time on the Alex Trebek stage and shared her excitement about finally making it on the show after many auditions since 2004. One fan noted that her Coriat score might position her for a future return in the Second Chance tournament, suggesting that this may not be the last we see of Erin Hoard on Jeopardy. Now, let's move on to our second story, where we explore the fascinating origins of Jeopardy and how it almost had a completely different name and format. Created by Merv Griffin, the game show we all know and love underwent a significant evolution before settling into its iconic style. Originally, Merv Griffin's first choice for the show was What's the Question? In 1963, as he brainstormed ideas with his wife, Julen, they were influenced by the controversies surrounding other game shows of the time. Merv recalled how scandals involving producers giving correct answers to their favorite contestants had caused a decline in game, show viewership, and viewer trust. This led him to rethink the traditional quiz format. During their discussions, Julen humorously suggested that the show should flip the standard format on its head, proposing that contestants be given the answers first. Merv later noted, "The thought struck me between the eyes, and this new angle sparked the idea that would eventually become Jeopardy! The early version of the game was quite similar to what we see today, but it had one key difference. Merv envisioned an initial round featuring 100 questions. Initially, NBC had a positive response to the trial run. However, they grew concerned that 100 questions might be too much to fit on television screens. As a result, Griffin made adjustments, condensing the game to include shorter categories with fewer questions. One of the most important components of the show's final framework came from a pivotal meeting between Merv Griffin and NBC producer Ed Vane. During their discussion, Ed mentioned that the premise lacked enough Jeopardies. This remark inspired Merv with the perfect name for the show, Jeopardy! When Jeopardy! Premiered on March 30, 1964, it retained the core elements we adore today, including the unique answer and question format. Merv's vision paved the way for an enduring legacy, and after the departure of the original host, Art Fleming, Alex Trebek took over in 1979, guiding the show for an impressive 41 years until his passing in 2020. Since then, Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik co-hosted, with Jennings currently hosting solo. It's amazing to think how a simple conversation in a living room led to the creation of one of the most beloved game shows in television history. Stay tuned as we uncover more captivating stories from the world of trivia and game shows. Next up, we have a thrilling and controversial moment from a recent episode of Jeopardy! That stirred quite a discussion among fans. On May 19, a crucial ruling from the judges dramatically changed the outcome of the game, leading to an unexpected twist for one contestant. In this nail-biting episode, one-day champion Mitch Laughlin, who hails from Long Beach, California, was returning for his second game. He faced off against Micah Green from College Station, Texas, and Catherine Carnuvale from Toronto, Ontario. Mitch began the game eager to solidify his status as the reigning champion, starting with a total of $8,400. The game unfolded with all contestants vying for the lead, and tension mounted as the players maneuvered through various categories. Micah found the first daily double and decided to make it a true daily double, staking all his money on the clue about Canadian history. After correctly answering, "What is Nova Scotia?" he took the lead with $2,400. However, the turning point came during the double Jeopardy! Round. Mitch found the first daily double and wagered $3,500 in hopes of climbing back into the lead. But later, he encountered a significant setback while attempting to answer another daily double. This time, with $13,100 in his bank, Mitch wagered $5,000 on a grammar puzzle. His answer, "What is additive?" was ruled incorrect, dropping him down to $8,100 and sending him into second place. But here is where things took a surprising turn. After the commercial break, Ken Jennings announced that the judges had reviewed Mitch's answer and deemed addictive conjunctions as correct. This ruling not only regained him his $5,000, but also put him in an astounding position with a total of $25,300 going into the final Jeopardy! Round. As the contestants faced their final clue in drama, Mitch was the only one to answer correctly, responding with "Who is Desdemona?" and finishing the game with a prize total of $27,300, securing his place for another episode. The ruling stirred a variety of reactions on Reddit, with one fan noting the need for clarity in answer definitions, particularly for daily doubles. Other viewers praised Mitch for his resilience, stating, "Kudos to Mitch for not letting a bad ruling throw him off his game and coming back with a strong finish." This extraordinary episode emphasizes both the thrill of Jeopardy! And the impact of crucial decisions made in the heat of competition. It also demonstrates how rapidly the tide can turn in this beloved game show. And finally, we turn our attention to the legendary Ken Jennings, a name synonymous with Jeopardy! And notable for his impressive winning streak as a contestant. However, despite his remarkable achievements, there's one milestone that always haunted him. He never reached the regular Tournament of Champions. Ken Jennings, who won an incredible 74 consecutive games and amassed over $2.5 million during his time as a contestant, is a true icon in game show history. First appearing on Jeopardy! In June 2004, Jennings' success transformed him from a trivia enthusiast into a household name. He went on to participate in countless tournaments, including the Ultimate Tournament of Champions and the IBM Challenge, showcasing his unparalleled trivia prowess. Yet, there's one prestigious event he was ineligible to compete in, the regular Tournament of Champions. This tournament was designed to celebrate outstanding players who have experienced both victory and loss, and unfortunately for Ken, the rules work against him. Because he never lost a game during his historic streak, he never had the opportunity to qualify. In a whimsical moment shared on his Instagram, Ken recently posted a photo taken on the set of Jeopardy, showing a parking sign that read, "TOC parking only. A valid permit must be displayed at all times." He jokingly lamented that seeing the sign was a painful reminder of the milestone he could never reach. "Guess it's the far end of the parking lot again for me," he humorously captioned the image. Despite his absence from the Tournament of Champions, Ken's legacy as the most successful contestant in Jeopardy! History speaks for itself. His achievements as a host have also allowed him to celebrate and support new contestants, even as he watches others qualify for tournaments he could never enter. This situation raises an interesting question. Should Jeopardy! Reconsider its eligibility rules to accommodate extraordinary players like Ken Jennings? After all, their groundbreaking success should be celebrated, not sidelined. The show is a platform for recognizing incredible talent, and adjusting the structure could allow the inclusion of phenomenal outliers without undermining the competition's integrity. As we reflect on Ken's journey, it serves as a reminder of how game shows can create legends and shape careers, while also sparking conversations about fairness and recognition in competitive arenas. Join us as we continue to celebrate the rich history and vibrant legacy of Jeopardy! And the unforgettable figures who have made it what it is today.